Well, hello, how are you doing? We've got a Coachman Travel Master, as you may well know, and one of the things about the Travel Master is it doesn't have a rear view camera. It has a reversing camera, but that's not the same as a rear view camera. So I went down to Amazon and I bought one. It's wireless and it's magnetic and stuff like that. And what I thought I would do would be to try it out on my scooter first, because the scooter hasn't got a rear view mirror. Well, it's got rear view mirrors, it's got wing mirrors, but it hasn't got a rear view camera. I thought, well, I'll give it a try on that first. So let's see how it goes, shall we? And this is the unit in question. The reason I've got it on its cardboard box is because it's magnetic. There's a nice base there. There's the camera with its infrared lights as well. Solar power. And then round the back you've got the aerial. That's the transmission aerial, and there's a USB-C there, which I've had it charging, so I'll plug that back in as I go to put it on the van. It's not easy one-handed, is it? And it is, of course, totally bendable to point it to where you want. So if you need to, and you're putting it on the back of the van, it'll go like that. What else is in the box? Well, there's the monitor and its receiving aerial. So that will screw into there quite nicely. There's a mounting plate. This is magnetic. Trust me, do not clag this onto the bottom of the camera. It'll take you hours to get it off. The suction, the magnetic suction, is massive. And then we have a 12 volt lead to USB for powering the monitor, and a suction mount for mounting the monitor. So I'm going to try to mount it to the scoot and see what it'll do. I've got no idea whether this is going to work, so you might not even see this video ever. You never know. So, as you can see, I've put the plate on the back just with some double-sided sticky tape, and I've mounted the camera, and let's see what's happening at the front here. And look at that, if you can see it. Can you? You can actually see behind. I know there's lights reflecting what have you, but I can see from here quite nicely. That's working. So let's go for a trot and see what happens. Right, so we're about there, I think. As you will see, Wonderfluff and She Who Must Be Obeyed are waiting for me to get out through the gate onto the park, and this is great. It's at exactly the right angle for us. I can see perfectly. A bit more speed. Wait, dog. Oh, that's excellent. I can see the dog behind me. Corking. Right, let's swivel this round. And we're ready to go.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much, my love. Okay. Let's see how this works out then. See you later. Come on then, puppy dog. Now, for the most part, folks will be thinking, David, that's a daft idea on a scooter. It actually isn't. Steady dog. Steady dog. Steady, Kira. I like to be aware of what's going on all the time, and to be fair, as you might be able to see from the mirrors, oi, 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 this side, come on, that side. Steady on. Steady. She's tracking something, Lord knows what. We're not going at a fast rate of knots. Have you ever seen a dog tracking like this? Right. Here we go. Steady, steady, steady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gentle. We're just doing a gentle walk today. So yes, where was I? Being able to see behind. It's always very, very handy because Wonderfluff, as good as she is, and she is, mind, does have a tendency to get protective if there's other dogs of certain kinds around the place close to me, and I like to be able to see if they're coming from behind. Now, one of the beauties of this particular piece, you may be able to see a red dot blinking there, I hope, is that if you put, well done, if you put an SD card into the monitor, it's not touchscreen or anything by the by, but if you put an SD card in, it records what you're seeing. That means you've got a rear facing dash cam as much as anything else, which is very, very handy. So yes, as I say, you've got effectively a rear facing dash cam as well as your rear view mirror. Now, as you noticed, it's got a solar panel, and the instructions will tell you that the solar panel won't necessarily keep it going all the time, and that you may need to dismount it from whatever you've got it on and charge it up every so often. But it'll also run from USB-C. Doesn't even need to be PD. Uses about 3 amps, I think, possibly less, out of a standard USB, which I think that'll do, what is it, 15 watts? So if you've got a 15 watt USB power supply, then it'll work to that, which is I think quite useful. So far so good, and it's actually working very nicely. The vibration I'm seeing is more from the arm that's supporting it than the bounce around of the scoot, which is all right. And Madam is behaving herself, which is always good, so I can look to the front and I can keep an eye out behind to see what's going on. So that's all good. Excellent, in fact. Steady on, Madam. Kira, get here. Good girl. Come on then. Steady now, steady. Steady. So yes, it's a gentle walk this morning. This is back end of August. I would have thought that we'd have had much better weather than this, but never mind, can't be that bad. So, getting this far, you're going to be asking me, well, what are you going to do, David? How are you going to use this with the motorhome? Well, what I'm going to do is mount that magnetic, well, the plate itself is not magnetic, it's just mild steel. I'm going to mount that on the roof of the van using Gorilla Tape, so that it's at least get offable if we needed to, although you can buy additional mounting plates should you so desire, and then it's going to get mounted up there. We'll switch it on when we take the Starlink off, because it's going to be right beside it, and we'll switch it off when we put the Starlink on, and hopefully the solar will charge the battery before we take off next time. So while it won't run it, as you might say, it will keep it recharged, hopefully, but we'll see how it goes and we will report back. In the meantime, I'm going to play fetch with my dog. See you in a bit. Dead, thank you. You ready? Clever girl. Stop, stop, stop. I don't like it when you start noticing things. Right, come with me. Come on. Off we go. Come on. That's a good girl. Have a nice gentle walk back. So there you are. It's running. I can see that I've got, out of, if there was 10 bars, I've got at least 9 bars left on the battery on the rear view camera. The view is good. It's 1080p, so you know that's more than enough. I can see what's going on behind, which is absolutely ideal, and to be fair, I'm looking forward to getting it into the van and seeing how it works on a run. It'll be excellent, because I don't know about you lot, but given the width of the van and this inability people have to stay 2 seconds back, I never quite know what's behind us. So it'll be nice to have that back again, because the wing mirrors just don't necessarily tell you all the time. So there you go. This is basically an introduction to the piece. I hope you found it useful. I hope you find it interesting, and obviously when we put it on the van I'll show you that, and we'll keep reporting back as to how it's going. So all good, and we'll see you on the next one. But until then, enjoy the roads, enjoy the skies, but most of all, enjoy your lives, because life rocks when your living room rolls and your dog walks on the left hand side. See you later. Bye.